So my Funko Pop wall is no more. As you can see, it is very, very bare at the moment. And that is because I have sort of fell out of love with the vast majority of my Funko Pops and not really bought Funko Pops for quite some time. So I thought it's time to move on and start getting rid of some. And this is why this is here. All of these Funko Pops there are going the journey. I am selling them to make way for other stuff, but the wall itself will essentially come back as well, because out of my 110 Pops, I am selling 41, but I do have Funko Pops up on here, up on the back wall, and down behind these. So these will all end up moving. I'll replace them onto the shelf here. It should still fill all that up, but it will also free up a lot more space on the other side. Now you might be wondering why I'm fully doing this. And earlier in the year, I think I sold around about 20 as well. And there's a few reasons for this. One, it got to a point when I was collecting maybe 8, 9, 10 different series at the time. New Funko Pops were getting released all the time, and it was extremely hard to keep up with it. I think at one point in a month period, there was something like 40 new Pops released for all the different series, as well as exclusives in America, which I couldn't get a hold of. And then when you come into the UK itself, the prices are completely skyrocketed, and it's just not worth the price, in my opinion. This is also why that you've not really seen a Funko Pop video from me in a while, even though between the last Funko Pop video and now, I did buy a few extra Funko Pops, trying to get back into it, thinking I'll get these really nice ones, bring them in, do a nice video, and I just never got around to it. So now, them Funko Pops are moving on. I say this is about 41. I might add a few more to them whilst I go and sell them. And that's going to make way for other things. For example, the money I get from selling these, I'm going to be getting myself a new graphics card for my system, because my graphics cards are quite outdated. So the main thing I'm going to be buying with this is a new graphics card for my system, because these are quite outdated. I am still running an old SLI graphic card system. The rest of my system has been upgraded since, but especially during like COVID and things like that, where graphic card prices skyrocketed, there was no real way of getting around to getting that. So I've got two GTX 970s in there. But I'm going to be changing that, and I'm going to be getting the Zotac 3060 White Edition. It is the 12GB edition, which is about £305, £310, which is roughly what I'm going to get for the Funko Pops itself. So basically, it's going to just transfer over and add to the system. This way, it's going to make not only just playing games and stuff a lot better. So especially for when editing videos, it's going to make a massive difference. These cards at the moment are only running on 3GB each, but SLI, I've never found it to work very well with the software that I'm using, so it doesn't utilize both cards most of the time, especially in games. It's only utilizing really one, because SLI is essentially dead now anyway. So when putting this new graphics card in and going for that Zotac version, which is the 12GB version, rather than the standard 8GB version of the normal 3060s, that means I'm going to be able to render my 4K video a lot better. I'm going to be able to edit through it a lot better, because sometimes now when I'm doing it, I'm going through the timeline and changing stuff, it jumps and skips, and certain effects won't play properly unless I export it into the video file format itself. And then later in the year, around the Christmas time, just after them sales, I'm going to upgrade my RAM as well. Currently got 32GB DDR4 in there of the Corsair Dominator Vengeance. I'm going to change that to 64, because I've heard and I've been reading there that it does actually make quite a lot of difference for rendering times and video editing. Other applications it doesn't do as much for, having that extra 32GB, but it's going to be a big difference to this. And going forward, I'm wanting to release a lot more videos, do a lot more things with the channel, and actually start moving forward again. And as much to say that it looks nice on the shelf, I think it is definitely time to move on. Also moving on to a lot of different things, like the cube poskets. Absolutely loving the cube poskets at the moment, as you would see in previous videos as well. They're absolutely amazing. I adore them so much better than Funko Pops. So other than actually falling out of love with Funko Pops itself, and like I say, getting so many coming out and hard to get a hold of them, the quality over time was starting to lack a lot. I was getting more and more pops with marks and paint splodges and really bad paint work on them. And yes, it's a £10 to £20 Funko Pop, depending on if it's standard common or like a special one, or when a shop you're going to, whatever it's going to be. I was just getting sick of it. And I know other people who I've followed in the past, they've done something very similar to the point where they've got rid of all of them. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get, but I will not be getting rid of all mine. Some of them mean a lot to us, especially Holly Ichigo, because I've seen previous videos of that. I love my Holly Ichigo. It's one of the first ones I ever really got, and that was bought for me by my wife for my birthday, so that's definitely not going anywhere. And there's a few other ones which, like we saw online, love that. Bleach ones, definitely keeping them. A few of the My Hero Academia ones that I really, really like. Some of the ones I struggle to get for ages, had issues with them, like Mina. I'm not going to get rid of her because I've spent so long trying to get a hold of it from popping the box at the time. So yeah, there will be no more Funko Pop videos on this channel. I would like to thank everyone who's watched my Funko Pop videos, including stuff like the real versus fake. It has been massively, massively appreciated. All the attention, all the comments, everything I've had from that. I massively appreciate that. But moving forward, there's going to be more figures, stuff like cube poskets, normal like prize figures kind of stuff. Stuff like the Chibi Masters. There's more of them coming out. So there's going to be more videos based on that as well. Game videos. I'm jumping a lot now into mobile gaming, like Lunar Rebirth, which is I posted a few up. There's going to be other ones coming up which I'm going to look into. So if you have any anime-styled RPG mobile games to recommend, leave them in a comment down below, and I'll take a look. Again, thank you very much, everyone, for your support through these Funko Pop videos. It's been massively, massively appreciated. And I'll catch you in the next one. Have a great week. Cheers.